This is part 4 of my little series on supper clubs, where I am covering the who, what, where, when, why, and how for anybody that wants to start their own supper club. In this video, we are covering the where. So you've got a couple options on where you can host your supper club, and you've just got to figure out which one is the best for you, the supper club that you want to host, and your budget. So first option, of course, is going to be an apartment or home. The place that you live, of course, will not come with a ton of rental fees, but there might be some other logistics to consider, like will this disturb your neighbors? How many people can you fit? Do you actually have everything you need to make this a seamless experience for hosting a supper club here? And so on and so forth. If you don't want to host this in your space or in your home, you might look to renting a space. You can find a lot of great spaces on Peerspace that are fitted for hosting events. You can also look at your local coffee shop or to your local restaurants or event venues. So places that you can use after hours, like a co-working space or something like that, can also be a really great solution. I hosted a lot of my early dinner parties at co-working spaces and coffee shops after hours because that is what works for our budget at the time, before I eventually settled on spaces that were set up for dinner parties specifically and we could afford to rent them. You also might consider hosting this in a restaurant private dining room or even in the main dining room of a restaurant, depending on what is the main structure and purpose for your supper club specifically. So you've got a lot of options to consider, and mainly you want to look at budget, capacity, and what do those spaces have when it comes to hosting the actual dinner party. Do they have plates, glassware, utensils, tables, and chairs? And if not, what is it going to cost you to either rent those things or invest in those things so that you can have a dinner party on a regular basis? So I will let you think about that, and next time we will talk about the when.